When we begin to look at our more immediate geography, we have to understand that Ontario and what is now known as Quebec, as well as parts of upstate New York, were all part of what was considered New France, so-called New France. And this vast geography had many different First Nations groups, different cultures that made up that experience. And the Jesuits, as well as the Recollet fathers, the Franciscan fathers, began entering into this larger geography and visiting these indigenous groups, beginning in 1607, 1608 and moving forward, and really focused on a mission to serve and live with the indigenous people only by around the 1620s. And at that point, there was a big decision that had to be made from the church in France as to who would be the principal laborers that would evangelize amongst the indigenous peoples. And the decision was to have the Jesuits be the principal group that would work among these peoples. And the focus of the Jesuits in this region was to work with the Wendat people. And the Wendat people, Wendake, this area that's now basically southern Ontario, were a diverse group of people whose nation sat at the center of a whole series of other Iroquoian groups. And this meant that they had to learn various other languages and became like a trade center. Their nation was surrounded by many other nations, and wanting to maintain peace, they became great negotiators and had enormous skill in that. And it was the decision of the Society of Jesus to focus more so on the Wendat population in this area because of their size, but also because of the stability of their villages, so that missionaries could enter by invitation and work in these villages that were stable, whereas a lot of other groups in this area at the time were more nomadic. So that by 1632, a permanent Jesuit mission was established among the Wendat people here in part of what we would now refer to as the Archdiocese of Toronto.